Hey guys, it's Grant back with my week 10 video. I'm here with my cat Gojo. Everybody say hi to Gojo. Anyway, don't mind the way I look, just got off work. Getting right into it. For question number 1, my favorite costume that I've ever thought of was dressing up as Han Solo, and my girlfriend was Princess Leia, and then my husky was R2-D2. It was really funny because we put like all of this little blue paint. It's good. It's okay for dogs, this blue paint. And we put it on his tail and his ears, and he looked really funny. And then he had like this really cute R2-D2 costume on him that was too small for him because he's a husky, and it was made for small dogs. So it looked like he had a little jetpack on the whole time. It was funny. For question number 2, one of the social networks I'm in includes the climbing team I coach at work. Characteristics of the social network include my position, which is a coach. Network actors include my boss, the head coach, which all he does is just make sure that all the coaches are working simultaneously and then like putting in effort. Some of the coaches are newer, so they have to like learn a little bit more. So yeah, I'm trying to be someone that they can look up to and take advice from. Another thing to include with that is that the climbing team kids, they get sectioned off based off their ability. And so the cohesiveness of the network is strong because we go by a schedule every day that is announced before the practice starts while we're stretching and warming up. So that way everyone's on the same page prior to practice, and we already have a plan for the day. And that's the same exact thing that we do every time. Creating a schedule like that is good for the kids, and it helps them keep motivation to climb. For question number 3, Howell and I, or I'm sorry, said her last name first. Alexandria Howell and I share the characteristic of honesty. I value that a lot because being honest to people is like really important, especially if you want people to hear you out and take in what you say. Because if you're going to be a leader and if you're telling people wrong information, that's not going to be good. Alexis Jones really values family, and I also share that characteristic. Family has always come second to me. God's always first. Family is really important in my life. Having a good base to come home to and like people to talk to is really important for me. And then having some sort of way to like stop thinking about stuff in my day, like by being surrounded by my family. It's just really important to me, helps relieve my stress. Finally, Kate Hall has a characteristic of being very open, which I've noticed through all of her videos. She's very open in what she says, and I value that a lot. I also share that characteristic, or at least I strive for it, just because, if you're open with people, then they're going to be more open to you, and you're going to hear more about them, and it also helps you make more friends. So, number 4. One behavior I plan to do in the upcoming week in my inner circle is intensity. I tend to really enjoy coaching. I have a really good time. It's more of like a break. I know it's like going to be my future profession, so I do take it seriously and apply most of what I learn in school into it. But with the climbing kids, I generally have a good time. They generally do their workouts, and they are improving. However, I feel like trying to keep up the intensity of during practice will help the kids understand like what we're trying to reach for, and it'll also help the kids, realize that like their goals are really important to us, just as important as it is to them. And then finally, for question number 5, one big takeaway from this week's material is the concept of super diffusers. I really like super diffusers because it really caught my eye because it's something that I've never really thought of. It's really cool how they set norms for social networks. They're seen as people who are looked up to in like how to act in like different aspects. So for instance, on a climbing team, if a new kid comes on, I want them to see how I act, as professional as possible, as open as possible, as friendly as possible with the kids. And I just want to create a happy environment and help people in that way. I feel like I set good examples by applying what I learned from school with my climbing team. So, hope you guys have a good week. Say goodbye to Gojo.